It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Vikings and the Giants, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Parker, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And I think that everyone is looking forward to seeing Drew Lock take the next step in the quarterback evolutionary process. Decision-making is something that he's working on improving because he's got plenty of arm and makes excellent off-platform throws. What he's seeking now, to be consistent in all of his processes.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week 1, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team wanted to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
To throw it is Lock. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action. Now it's Lock. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. On play action, Lock. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, 49 yards. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Holding, receiving team.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
With it is Jackson. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
Offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
They'll go again with Tracy.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He finds Robinson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
This from 42 yards out. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The play fake, and it's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And this is going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Locke. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's Tracy. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Right back to Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Brian Asamoah making the play defensively, meeting him behind the line for a loss. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Locke to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And everyone wants a dynamic receiver on the outside, and he may take it to a new level. Slot fade, one of his favorite routes when he played at LSU. And head coach Brian Daboll, he loves the competitiveness that Neighbors brings to the table.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 49 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Lock off of play action. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They look to throw. It's Lock. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will wind up a loss on the play, and this brings up a 3rd and goal. Again, it's Lock. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Gano's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Darnold down to throw. Open man is Jalen Naylor. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On the run is Tracy. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A give running right is Akers. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The field goal would have been a pretty decent length, but I'm still kind of surprised they didn't kick it.
Yeah, I know, because you think you take the 3 there, trust him. But at the same time, if you can't pick up a few inches in this situation, you probably don't deserve to win the game anyway. Go get it, and they did.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Darnold. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 13 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And New York set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for the Giants. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Tracy trying the right side. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Locke. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing again is Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Block now to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Locke going to throw. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw in his lock. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Lamar Jackson, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Tua Tagovailoa, a touchdown pass in the victory. The G-Man got a strong first half from the veteran quarterback, Drew Lock. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw, Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Vikings first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw is Darnold. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's a second down and 4. They'll go again here with Akers. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. This now a 3rd and 4. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson, and that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. On the ground, here comes Tracy. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Here's Tracy. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In motion, Slayton. Running left is Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Now Locke. To the sideline and incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And that'll be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He's going to look deep down the field. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Naylor, 76 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter. And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they just went 4 verts there against cover 2, didn't they?
They did, and it's really an excellent route versus cover 2 because the longer it develops, the more stress is put on the safeties because they're the ones back, each with half the field responsibilities. The corners don't retreat very far in cover 2. They're closer to the line of scrimmage, so now you've got 4 receivers putting pressure on 2 guys covering. Usually you'll find someone open, and that's exactly what they did there. Made the catch and carried it all the way into the end zone.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants offense and Drew Lock headed back onto the field. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. On play action, Lock. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Emphatic sack there by Grenard. He did that a lot of season ago, recording a career-best 12.5 sacks for the Texans. And the Vikings, they're hoping he brings that same level of production to Minnesota.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's Lock. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Here's Lock to throw. A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tracy. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
This one is Slayton over the middle. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll go again with Tracy. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Giants will be set up with a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Now it's Tracy. And he is in. Touchdown. his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Second down and 6 now. Off of play action, Darnold. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Here's Darnold. That is caught, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The offense on third down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third and 11. Darnold. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's the second and 9. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 41. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on fourth. It would be 58 yards from here. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
To the 27-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll give this to Akers running right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. Boy, they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Locke. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
This is taken around the 12. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a first down and 1 less down to try and get it.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Darnold. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Addison. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're on a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. But that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Brings up 2nd and 17.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Here's 2nd down. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. This is 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This is Robinson. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Here now, 2nd and goal. Now Locke. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Locke to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Vikings, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.